was doing it. But one of the things was, I had recorders everywhere, cameras everywhere. When I went to review some of or all of it actually, my goodness, okay, the house has its own vibration, if that makes sense. It's insane, the amount of sound that I was able to pick up with the recorders, and I know that there's nothing in that space. Like, I have times where we're doing EVP sessions, and we're sitting there, it's perfectly quiet. I document, I note if there's any outside noise that I hear, whether it be a knock, a bump, I'll state that, bump, knock, whatever, or a car going by, whatever it is. It just constantly, it was just very loud at times. It increases to an almost deafening tone when you're doing your review. But also the house seems to, and this is even weirder, I know, but it sounds like the house has a heartbeat. And
really?
Yes, and it's so weird.
And
yeah, it's weird, and the vibration of items like sitting on the bed, have your feet planted on the floor. All of a sudden, you start feeling just the mattress, okay, vibrating or pulsating like a pulse, and it's how do you document that in order for anyone to understand what that feels like, what that's like. That's hard. I can't do that. I don't have a tool that'll allow me to convey that to someone. I know when we were there, Keith, I think it was the first night, Keith goes, my bed's doing it. Come in, put your hand on the bed, and you could feel what felt like a pulsating, like a heartbeat. It was just strange. It's strange. And there was nothing else causing it. Nothing. There was nothing running. There was nothing, I don't know.
Miles, nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is there anything in the neighborhood that naturally could be causing that? Any type of geographical thing or power station or anything near the home?
No, the pulsating, generally when I'm here, well, I'm not here long now, but I have to sometimes play musical beds because some nights it just gets unnerving. The pulsating of the bed coincides with the poking and the prodding. I was trying to take a nap that night that they were here, and at the foot of the bed is always the foot of the bed. And you know how you lay in a bed, no matter what type of bed it is, and somebody comes to sit on the edge of it, the mattress, that pressure you feel goes down in one area and goes up the other. That's what you feel. Or now you're sleeping, and in the dead center of the mattress, in the depth of it, you're feeling like you said, a pulsating heartbeat. That's usually an indication for me to go find another bed, or they're going to do a lot of poking and prodding.
Testing, testing.
Any spirits watching? Any spirits? Any spirits watching? Any spirits? 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 Any spirits watching? Any spirits? Spirits? In April of 2016, the scientific establishment of parapsychology, led by parapsychologist Steve Mera, would make a return trip to my home, to the Keith Flinders home in Bothell, Washington. This would be their second trip to the house in a period of less than 120 days. Upon arriving for the second trip, the men, Steve Mera, his chief researcher, Don Phillips, and a third independent party, Nick Kyle of the Scotland SPR, would attend as well. When the men returned, one of the things that they wanted to investigate that they could not investigate during their first trip due to just time constraints was one of the strange events that I had been reporting to them, which was the strange anomalies or phenomena happening to me in the master bedroom. What I explained to Steve in various emails was, in fact, the experience of feeling being poked and prodded in the master bedroom or guest bedrooms in the Bothell home. On occasion, sheets yanked off the bed. Knocks and noises coming from the bed while sleeping. A pulsating mattress, a breathing mattress, if you will. And by breathing, I mean a inflation and deflation. In addition to that, pulsating and throbbing of the mattress and pillowcase area. This happened in multiple bedrooms. This, at the time of their arrival, had been happening for about a year and a half. This has also happened to me when I slept in other bedrooms in the home, when I slept in bedrooms at friends' houses, when I've slept on the couch, and of course when I've slept in hotel rooms when I travel abroad on work-related business. The feeling that I'm trying to describe, or the events I'm trying to explain or describe, should not in any way, shape, or form be confused with sleep paralysis. Up until now, I cannot think of any episode where I have actually went through a sleep paralysis. So this is not that. Steve Mera and Don Phillips, upon investigating the second time, wanted to spend a considerable amount of time investigating and researching the master bedroom. One of the things that they did was cord off the master bedroom, set up both motion, sound, and other sensitive detection devices. One in particular was a vibration detection device centered in around the bedroom, the main bedroom or the main bed that I sleep in. Nick Kyle did also take it upon himself to spend, I believe, one night in the bedroom to see if he could capture any phenomena or experience any of the phenomena that I had been reporting. Interesting enough, while he's sleeping in my master bedroom, I'm now sleeping in one of the guest bedrooms. The guest bedroom that I allotted to him, I began experiencing the same thing in the opposite bedroom, albeit at a much lesser scale. Steve Mera and Don Phillips and their associate Nick Kyle never encountered or discovered any heartbeat phenomena. The test was not centered around listening to noises that the mattress was making, but more so if the mattress was shaking or if there was movement in and around the mattress. What I'm about to share with you is a short snippet narrative that Steve has been providing publicly when interviewed about what he captured and what they captured due to a series of tests, if you will, of the room and of the bedroom. I can sum it up, and I'll let Steve explain it also in his Q&A during a radio interview, which is you cord off the room, you mark it, you seal it off from all parties. All parties are accounted for. And before cording it off, you set the room up with motion and sensitive detection devices, particularly around the bed area. They did this numerous of times and were able to achieve or get positive results. And by positive results, I mean inexplicable, unexplained results. There was some manipulation with the devices used, and upon entry of the room, it always involves all parties entering the room at the same time. All parties are witnessing that the room is corded off. When the phenomena activates, all parties descend on the room, they mark it, they record it, they tear down the seal of the door, and they proceed into the room to investigate whichever device is going off. I share this only because this investigation, or this portion of the investigation, should provide the viewer, you yourself, a little bit of insight as to what I explain when I mean there's inexplicable things in and around the bed. These things of poking and prodding, sheets being yanked off, sheets being tugged, pulsating, breathing, are also something that Nikki Novell and Carissa Fleck experienced when they investigated the home back in late January, February of 2016. These phenomena, or one should be able to make the conclusion of hearing what Steve says and what you've heard Nikki say and what I've said, to understand that all of this falls into the subcategory of attachments. Once again, we conduct these experiments. I conduct these experiments so that we may better ascertain and understand the phenomena known as attachments. This is Keith Linder, 2017, May 6. Thank you.
We had set up in Keith's bedroom, actually, very sensitive vibration units. One was placed on top of the bed, and one was placed on the bed frame, which is wooden, and it was a large king-size bed. And we'd done that purposely because Keith had kept reporting that his bed was vibrating and things like that. So, okay, we completely locked off that room. An hour and 25 minutes later, almost, there was an alarm. And it was a vibration. I knew the sound. It was about one of the vibration detectors. Expecting it to maybe not have moved, but just picked up some very small vibration, because these are highly sensitive. I was shocked to unseal the door and go in there and not find the vibration detector where I left it. Not only was it going off, but it was upside down, not on the bed frame anymore, but across the floor, about 1.5 foot away from the bed, upside down on the floor. Now that's a big giveaway. Now, what was really, really interesting, taking in consideration we're doing sweeps every 4 hours of EMF and GMF, there was nothing unusual, not even a 0.1 background radiation reading in Keith's room under those conditions. As soon as that happened, there was a 9 milligauss hit on the EMF only in the area where this had happened. And it lasted for 3 hours and 47 minutes and then stopped dead, which was really interesting, because it seems that the incident had left an EMF footprint behind, and we couldn't rationalise that. We couldn't work out how the hell that happened, but it was directly associated to the anomaly. Now, we don't know if it transitioned from point A to point B and went into alarm state, or it literally manifested from one point to the other, like an airport and an export. Such things have been reported in poltergeist disturbances. Either way, it was enough to trigger the object into alarm state, and certainly leave a very unusual and high 9 milligrams EMF footprint behind.
Wow. That's and that's saying you couldn't just. That's saying you clearly couldn't fake.
Well, there were lots of things you couldn't clearly fake. I mean, that couldn't be faked. There was nobody in there.
Right.
was doing it. But one of the things was, I had recorders everywhere, cameras everywhere. When I went to review some of the, or all of it actually, my goodness, okay, the house has its own vibration, if that makes sense. It's insane, the amount of sound that I was able to pick up with the recorders, and I know that there's nothing in that space. Like, I have times where we're doing EVP sessions, and we're sitting there, it's perfectly quiet. I document, I note if there's any outside noise that I hear, whether it be a knock, a bump, I'll state that, bump, knock, whatever, or a car going by, whatever it is. It just constantly, it was just very loud at times. It increases to an almost deafening tone when you're doing your review. But also the house seems to, and this is even weirder, I know, but it sounds like the house has a heartbeat. And
really?
Yes, and it's so weird.
Weird all the time.
And yeah, it's weird, and the vibration of items like sitting on the bed, have your feet planted on the floor. All of a sudden, you start feeling just the mattress, okay, vibrating or pulsating like a pulse, and it's how do you document that in order for anyone to understand what that feels like, what that's like. That's hard. I can't do that. I don't have a tool that'll allow me to convey that to someone. I know when we were there, Keith, I think it was the first night, Keith goes, my bed's doing it. Come in, put your hand on the bed, and you could feel what felt like a pulsating, like a heartbeat. It was just strange. It's strange. And there was nothing else causing it. Nothing. There was nothing running. There was nothing, I don't know.
Miles, nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is there anything in the neighborhood that naturally could be causing that? Any type of geographical thing or power station or anything near the home?
No, the pulsating, generally when I'm here, well, I'm not here long now, but I have to sometimes play musical beds because some nights it just gets unnerving. The pulsating of the bed coincides with the poking and the prodding. I was trying to take a nap that night that they were here, and at the foot of the bed is always the foot of the bed. And you know how you lay in a bed, no matter what type of bed it is, and somebody comes to sit on the edge of it, the mattress, that pressure you feel goes down in one area and goes up the other. That's what you feel. Or now you're sleeping, and in the dead center of the mattress and the depth of it, you're feeling like you said, a pulsating heartbeat. That's usually an indication for me to go find another bed, or they're going to do a lot of poking and prodding. That
going on?
Which room? Which room?
Huh?
Which room? You don't like the stove stuff? You never do?
No coincidence. Hasn't tripped off your passive frame yet, but...
Well, the laptop's up there, it's motion detection.
Huh?
You can hear it sort of picking up on motion detection.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
That
started right after you came.
You don't like it? You don't like it?
You don't like that?
No, you rush it, you don't like it, rush away, you don't like that. And what was it? Where is that?
The master bedroom. Detection at 1:15, 17 seconds.
Yeah, about 60 to 90 seconds after I set it going.
Yeah, I've got a timestamp on the log. When I hit. There's nothing in that room, dude.
Eh?
There's nothing in there. I mean, I can get sound, maybe pick up the sound of you in the hall. What's that?
These are the photographs, it's motion detected photos.
From where?
From the landing during the strobe experiment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what? Motion detected?
Wow.
Yeah, motion detected.
Crazy.
Yeah, he put that thing up, the strobe light, and it was motion detected in the,
let me just get this.
What's that?
Sorry. Oh.
What is that? What's the point of it?
Whoa.
Nobody was up there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, nobody.
It's well worth doing these.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Nobody was up there, dude.
What's that one?
What is that one?
What is that one? That even to me.
You was outside.
An image or something there.
There was in front.
That's
And that's
What?
And that's motion detected, right?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
These are all motion detected.
That's... I got...
What's
Oh,
he
what's
doing
it?
here?
What's that?
That might have been when I was moving it.
See
What the
that?
hell? Go
What's
back.
that?
Yeah, we go back and forward. It is
Yeah, yeah.
That's an older one.
Found your doppelganger. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to the
Do you know what? If you open the software and reverse it so it's a negative, sometimes it really shows stuff up. You know, like a
Yeah.
negative picture.
That's an old one. But these are from this
Is
set
that
here. Yeah.
They should all be the same theoretically, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jeez.
that's 3 movements. Go back, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2,
No.
3.
You go back again.
It's like something.
It's
Went by.
do it again. Go back. So you got that. 1, 2, 3.
Passed by.
And that,
Look at that. That's
Yeah.
2. Look at
that's
2.
2.
That's 3 movements. What's that? What's that?
These are the photographs. It's motion detected photos
From where?
from the landing during the strobe experiment.
Oh, is it?
Oh, what? There's some weird shadows there.
Motion detected?
Wow.
Yeah, motion detected.
Crazy.
Yeah, he put that thing up, the strobe light, and it was motion detected in the,
No, let me just get this.
What's that?
Sorry. Oh,
what is that? What's it pointing
Whoa.
at? Nobody was up there.
whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, nobody,
It's well worth doing these.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
nobody was up there, dude.
What's that one?
What is that one?
What is that one? That in between.
He was outside.
An image or something there.
There was in front.
That's...
It looks like a bit of a torso or something, doesn't it?
The one before that was creepy.
The dog shadow.
He had something big on his shoulder.
What?
And that's
What?
And that's motion detected, right?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
These are all motion detected.
That's... I got...
What's
Oh,
he
what's
doing
it?
here?
What's that?
That might have been when I was moving it.
See
What
that?
the hell? Go
What's
back.
that?
Yeah, we go back and forward. It is
Yeah, yeah.
That's an older one.
Found your doppelganger. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to the
Do you know what? If you open the software and reverse it so it's a negative, sometimes it really shows stuff up. You know, like a
Yeah.
negative picture.
that's an old one. But these are from this set here. Yeah.
They should all be the same theoretically, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jeez.
that's 3 movements. Go back, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Two,
3.
You go back again.
It's like something's...
It's
Went by.
do it again, go back. So you got that. 1, 2, 3.
Passed by.
And that,
That's
Yeah.
two.
that's
two.
two.
That's something moving.